This goes back to someone I met named Carol Lax from Kew Gardens, who, if you recall, a couple of weeks back, she had her second such event. It was a fundraiser for Alzheimer's at the Forest Park Carousel, and Carol's mom, Rose, is suffering from Alzheimer's, and this is how she got into this. And she was we were at Community Board 9 meeting the other night, and she was there to kind of explain about an event coming up to benefit Alzheimer's, and that is the Queen's Walk to end Alzheimer's, and that is on Sunday, September 29th, and that's in Flushing Meadows Park. And joining us now is Carol. Carol sent someone along to tell us a little bit more about it, and we've got Marcia on the line. Marcia, are you there?
Yes. Hi, Ed. How are you this evening?
Very good, Marcia. How are you? Sorry for the long wait there, but thanks for holding on. So I'm looking at the I'm looking at the site here, and it's saying that the goal is to raise $125,000, and so tell us how this works. How does the walk work to raise money? How does the mechanics of that work?
So basically, the walk is going on its third year in Queens. So it started 3 years ago. Naturally, it was just kind of testing the waters. The New York City office, the New York City chapter, has been having its Riverside Walk for over 20 years, and it's been quite successful. And so naturally, it wanted to branch out to the boroughs so that we can make it more of our own community awareness. So we pretty much start our fundraising at like November, December, pretty much when this walk ends. We'll start it for next year. Our goal is for $125,000, and what Carol and I do as chairpersons for the committee of the Walk to End Alzheimer's is our primary job is to just raise awareness, to recruit people, to make sure that they know that there is a walk, because unfortunately, first of all, the disease is still a little bit in a place that not a lot of people know a lot about it. And so our main focus is to raise awareness of the walk, to raise awareness that there is a chapter office that serves the 5 boroughs, and it also offers a 1-800 hotline for those afflicted with Alzheimer's and their caregivers and loved ones. The programs that the office offers are programs and services that are absolutely necessary for anybody that's dealing with Alzheimer's. And they're all free of charge. And so that's what these funds that we're raising in this walk pretty much go directly to. They go for the programs and services that the chapter office offers. They go for research in order to hopefully at one point eradicate this terrible disease. And so that's, in a nutshell, that's kind of what we do. We raise awareness, we raise funds, we group people to form teams, hopefully to form teams, and if not, to just walk as individuals. It's a 2-mile walk within the park, rain or shine. I've been doing it pretty much in New York all the time, and now that it's in Queens and I'm a Queens girl, I love to be a part of this. Carol and I work diligently and hard at, making sure that everybody has a little bit of an awareness that there is a walk. And our walk is growing. Last year we had over 700 walkers, 700 participants.
Awesome.
So we're super jazzed and we're super psyched about this.
That's great. Now what brought you to raising money for Alzheimer's? What is it that brought you to this?
The reason why I'm involved with this is because my mother was afflicted by Alzheimer's. And I guess that's pretty much, anybody that has been touched by this kind of knows, you start seeing something going on with your loved one. Oh, it's not quite right. They start forgetting things, and it's not just, the typical, a couple of years on you, so you begin to forget things. You just start seeing a little bit more, those signs that you start, okay, let me look this up because I'm beginning to get worried now. So my mother was actually diagnosed several years after we had noticed this. She was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and, I'm one of 5, and so between my sisters and I, we became her caregivers, and 2 of them primarily more than the other 2 because of proximity and so forth. And my mother, unfortunately, lost her fight 3 years ago. She passed away. So now is the time when I can give back. When you're in the middle of it and you're living it, it's a little hard to be able to go out there and take the time to do that because your whole entire life is between work, your own family, and taking care of your loved one that's afflicted with Alzheimer's. So it's very hard. And unfortunately, there's still a very sad stigma to Alzheimer's, that it is, people going crazy, they're losing their mind. And sure, in a way they are losing their mind. But if we just kind of look into it a little deeper, we know exactly what it is that's going on and how terribly sad it is, when you find out what it is that's going on in their minds. And it's terribly sad for the whole family because the whole family feels this. It's not just, the person that's going through the actual disease, but everybody feels it, down to, in my case, personally, it was my mom, so even her grandchildren were feeling it because they don't see grandma the same anymore, and so you have to explain and you have to kind of, tell the younger ones, play along with whatever it is that they're going through because it's absolutely devastating to try to correct them, to try to, in your mind you're like, no, I'm going to try to make it right. Mom, this is not, you're not right with what you're saying, and this is not home anymore. So it's just so devastating because it goes like everything against your grain to try to make things right. You just, in the end, thankfully, it was a little, kind of later, but thankfully I learned, and my sisters and I just, you let it go. Just let her be okay with things, and it's hard, It's hard.
Well, yeah. Listen, it's hard, and it's something that you've turned something that was very difficult. I'm really sorry you had to go through that. It's really heartbreaking. But you've turned that around now, and you're turning that into something really positive. And giving back, and you and Carol do a great job with this. It's a great achievement, and
Thank you.
I think
Carol is a wonderful chairperson to work with.
Oh, isn't she? Yeah, she's great.
She's amazing, and the fundraiser that she puts together at the Forest Park and Woodhaven is just awesome, and both David and Ami, the ones that run it, everybody's so forthcoming, so willing, and this is what we need. We just need a group of people to just get bigger, get stronger, hold hands, and say, you know what, we're going to kick this in the butt.
Yeah, and I want to tell folks here, and I might be, I'm looking at this now, because I'm looking at the map, and if I've got this right, it looks like you're not going to be that far from the Flushing carousel either. Which is no. Actually, it is literally right there. At the Flushing Carousel is literally where we set up for our opening ceremonies, our sign-up and registration. We have free breakfast. The event starts at 9 a.m. And so we have, we offer free breakfast, and then we have, a ribbon cut-in little ceremony right before the walk starts. A few of our staff members from the Alzheimer's Association, generally including Nick Emerson, who is the VP of Operations, and Candace Douglas, who is the manager for constituent events. Those 2 are pretty much Carol and my bosses. They kind of open the ceremony by explaining and talking about why it is that we're doing this.
This isn't just, a job for any of us. This is something that we just take very passionately, and they are our mentors. And so yeah, it's literally right there at the carousel in
Flushing Park. So
yes,
folks, if you're out there and you're listening, you're familiar with the Forest Park Carousel, there's a great opportunity to get out there, go for a nice walk for a good cause, and you get to see the Flushing Carousel, run also by New York Carousel Entertainment, and it's a real treat to ride on that carousel. One thing that's really interesting about that carousel is the roof moves.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really freaky. It's not just like the Forest Park Carousel, the roof just stays still. This one, the actual roof spins around as well, and that's really wicked.
Exactly. Yeah, no, and it's an awesome opportunity, for all family members to come out. So it's just generally, I think I've actually today I got 2 emails from people that were reaching out saying, "Oh, can we bring our kids?" By all means, bring all your family, young, old, and whatever it is. At the end of the day, it's what's in our hearts. We're not young or old, hopefully. We just need to just be all together in support, in memory, and in honor of anybody and everybody that has been afflicted by Alzheimer's disease.
Fantastic. Well, listen, Marcia, I want to thank you for calling in, and appreciate you taking the time to tell us about that. We wish you the best of luck and keep up the great work.
Thank you very much, Ed, and thank you for having us on tonight. You take care.
Anytime.
Be well.
All right, be well.
Bye-bye.
All right, that's Marcia Henny from telling about this and looking at this. I mean, yeah, it's right there. The carousel's right there, and you're right near the Queen's Zoo. There's the Queen's Museum of Art. All around. It's a nice walk. You get to see the whole. Yeah, listen, it's a beautiful park. Great opportunity to go out and have some great fun.